Welcome to the Dietitian Side Hustle podcast. My name is Katie Dodd, and I am a nutrition entrepreneur. But here's the catch. I have a full-time traditional dietitian job. My entrepreneurial endeavors are my side hustle. I've been making six figures through my job and side hustle doing things that I love. If I can do it, you can too. This podcast is for dietitians, interns, and students who want to be inspired to start or perfect the side hustle of their dreams. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to the 64th episode of the Dietitian Side Hustle podcast, Gratitude. So this episode is airing the day before Thanksgiving 2021. So I thought, what better topic to talk about than gratitude? Being grateful, being thankful. It lines up perfect with this holiday. So Thanksgiving is actually my favorite holiday. It always has been. And I think it's just because it focuses more on quality time over, gifts or fancy cards or different things. It's more about spending time with people you love and food. So you got to have that. And I will say my son was actually born 2 days after Thanksgiving. So every once in a while he does have his birthday on Thanksgiving, which is super fun. So I wanted to talk about gratitude, why it's important to me. I want to share things I'm grateful for in 2021, and then encourage each and every one of you to practice some gratitude in your lives. So for those of you who aren't super familiar with the topic, and I think a lot of people are, I just wanted to share a couple things I pulled off of Psychology Today, and they define gratitude as the expression of appreciation for what one has. So it's being grateful for what you have, being thankful for the little things. But there was a paragraph I want to read to you guys that I pulled off their website, and I thought it was really great. I literally just Googled gratitude. So if you do that, I'm sure you can find this article by Psychology Today. So it says, psychologists find that over time, feeling grateful boosts happiness and fosters both physical and psychological health, even among those already struggling with mental health problems. Studies show that practicing gratitude curbs the use of words expressing negative emotions and shifts the inner attention away from such negative emotions as resentment and envy, minimizing the possibility of ruminating, which is a hallmark of depression. So I just wanted to share that because I thought that painted a really good picture of why gratitude is so important. It is so easy to get caught up in the negative in life. But what about the good? What about those good things in life? I think I'm 38 years old, and I think the longer I've been around, the more I realize life is always going to be crazy. There is never this perfect time. There's never this perfect moment. We can find joy in the everyday. We can find joy in the little moments despite the potential chaos in our life, because life is unpredictable. We never know when our health is going to throw us a curveball. Issues in our family, politics, oh my goodness, within your job, within your business, like things always happen. But it's not a matter of waiting until the crazy stops to find joy and to be grateful. It's a matter of finding, things you're grateful for even amidst the crazy. We become what we focus on. Our energy, our mood, our emotions are based on what we're focusing on and what we're thinking about. So, yes, when bad things happen, go through the emotions. Don't deny yourself of feeling all the things, but really being mindful to focus on what you're grateful for does have such a positive impact in feeling joy and happiness and just grateful for everything you have. So I will say that I practice gratitude myself. It's something that's really, really important to me. I have a planner. I actually use my business coach's planner. It's the GT planner, Get Time Planner. And I have been using that for just about a year now. And in it, there's a section where I write down every single day things that I'm grateful for. And I'm not just talking about those high level things because yes, every single day I am grateful for my Jesus. I am grateful for my husband. I am grateful for my children and my family. But I really try to dig deep and figure out, looking back at this day, what are the things that happened that I'm really, truly grateful for, because I don't want to take these things for granted. So, even before I was using this journal, I have my own journal I had created that I was using for a long time that I share with people who have gone through my Beyond the 9 to 5 coaching course. And in it, I have a spot to write things you're grateful for every day because, again, it's so important to me to practice gratitude because we know that tomorrow isn't promised. And if today is the last day, let's look back and see, my gosh, I'm so grateful for these things that happened. So as I was trying to figure out what am I going to talk about today, I thought I would share 10 things I'm grateful for in 2021. And again, number one, I'm just going to say, I'm going to lump all of the stuff that I'm grateful for all the time. Jesus, husband, kids, family, yes, I'm always grateful for those things. But I'm going to dig a little deeper. And some of them, maybe they're not like super deep. But number 2 is my Coleman blow-up hot tub. So you guys, I did not know I was a hot tub person until this last winter. I went up to the snow with my family. We stayed in a cabin, and outside on the covered porch, they had a hot tub. And sitting in this hot tub when it's freezing outside with snow around you, it was like the best thing ever. And at that point, I realized, oh my goodness, I'm a hot tub person. I need a hot tub. But what I didn't realize was, they're kind of expensive, not crazy. I mean, it's still affordable. But because of the pandemic, hot tubs are on back order. I mean, I went around town looking for hot tubs and they are hard to find. I mean, hopefully things are getting better. But, my brother, he put in an order for a hot tub himself and it took him I think 9 months to get it. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I went on Amazon and discovered there are these things called blow-up hot tubs. So it's the brand I have is Coleman, and it's literally, it blows up. It's a hot tub. It's got little bubbles in it. I mean, not the jets on your back, but for me, I love the heat, and that's what I love. So this Coleman hot tub, I think it was on sale on Amazon, but with the price of the hot tub and like the chemicals and the testing strips, it was like $450. So $450 in 2 days. I had a little hot tub that I, set up. It blows up, and it's actually like you keep it set up. It's not like, it's not like just a little flimsy kid's toy. It like stays blown up, and it gets up to 104 degrees. And oh my gosh, I am so grateful for this hot tub. It is like everything I need. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going to get a fancy hot tub at this point. I kind of love my little cheap hot tub. So that is one thing that I am grateful for, is my little blow up hot tub. Now, another thing that's kind of silly, but I'm actually really grateful for it, is FabFitFun boxes. If you're not familiar with FabFitFun, I'd seen advertisements about this forever, but it's just a subscription box that comes every quarter. I think with discounts, it's around $45 per box, and they come with a bunch of stuff. And the stuff can vary. You get to pick out what you want. It could be anything from makeup or skincare products, exercise stuff, clothes stuff, home stuff, just random stuff. So I'd seen the ads before and I always kind of blew it off. But then as we were deep into the pandemic, I'm like, I need something to switch things up in life, something to give me a little bit of joy, something exciting, something that, is outside the box. So I got a subscription box. So I signed up for FabFitFun, and honestly, this sounds silly, but I am so grateful for it because it is the funnest thing. I mean, once a quarter, I get this box delivered to my home. In the beginning, you couldn't pick out everything. Now you can. So there was some element of mystery and surprise. But what's cool about it is that I get to try products I would have never tried before. Stuff I would have, some of it I wouldn't have spent the money on, because sometimes they're kind of expensive things in the box. It's just cheaper because you're, buying a subscription box. And it's just, sounds silly, but again, during the pandemic, it's like, man, we're at home all the time. There's not much to do. And I get this box and it opens up all these possibilities of cool stuff to do. For example, in one of the first boxes, I got this little basil, what is it called? You use it to grow herbs on your countertop, and it has a little light. And it sounds silly, but it was the coolest thing ever. Every day I was excited to water it and watch it sprout and watch it grow and then use the basil. And, I've gotten lots of different things in this box, from skincare products I still use that I would have never bought because I am cheap. Other things even random crossword puzzles, fun blankets for going and having picnics with the kids. And it's fun because when the box comes, my kids get excited too. So it's actually a family event. We all open the box together and dig through it, and it is super fun. And I will say, I love the subscription box so much. I ended up signing up for another one called, it was called CauseBox, but they changed the name to Alltrue. And I got that one because they had a portable blender, and it's you power it with a charger, and it's actually really cool. I love walking around blending it. That's something I'm grateful for. I am grateful for my little portable blender. But anyway, so now we have a couple subscription boxes that come to the house, and it's fun for me. It's fun for the kids. And anyways, a small thing that I would have never thought that I would be grateful for. But, it's been pretty fun. The next thing I'm grateful for is the mastermind that I'm a part of. So 2 episodes ago, I talked all about masterminds and why I'm so obsessed with them. But I have to tell you, every single day, I am grateful for the people in the mastermind with me. And I'm grateful for the mastermind I have, but also for the mastermind I'm a part of with my business coach, Greg Todd. There are the most amazing people in this community and group, and we're on Voxer. It's like a walkie-talkie app. It's kind of like Facebook Messenger, but off the Facebook platform. And, we communicate with each other every day, and I'm so inspired by these people. They push me to do amazing things, and I am so grateful for them every day. Next, I am grateful for being able to travel again. Oh my gosh, I volunteer a lot within the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and I travel anywhere from, I would say honestly, on average 4 times a year. And it's all volunteer work. And then sometimes, personal for travel, but we tend to drive places. Sometimes we fly, but not a lot. So for me, when we, obviously we couldn't travel for a while, I really missed it. And I didn't realize how grateful I was to travel by myself. I kind of love that. I still will turn off my phone in the airplane and act like it's old school, because back in the day you couldn't have a phone on. And so it's like this moment of quiet, and I can read a book. I can watch like a movie on the TV thing in the seat in front of me on the planes that have that, or, work, like write or color. And I don't know why, but there's something about traveling and being in airports and on airplanes that I really love. And I don't think I realized how grateful I was for travel until it got taken away. So I'm very grateful to be able to travel again. I've actually, I don't know what's happened, but I've become a Florida person. It's because my business mastermind, my coaches, they all live in Florida. So that's why I go there. I've actually been to Florida 3 times this year, and I'm going again in December. And yeah, being able to travel again is something I am so grateful for. Next, I am grateful for my dog. If you are watching this on YouTube, if you didn't know, the podcast is available on YouTube. Thank you to the 3 people who watch it on YouTube. But if you are watching it on YouTube, you can see my dog in the background. He's just laying there. That's my dog, Jasper. He's a little bit over 12 years old. And, the other night he actually got up and he couldn't walk. And I don't know what happened. I'm going to bring him to the vet. But his legs, he started stumbling and he really struggled walking. And I was like in panic mode, like, oh no, this is it. Because, with dogs as they age, you never know. They're like humans, right? They can get different diseases, conditions. And I hope this isn't in the end. Anyways, he was fine. He's still fine. No issues. So I don't know if he just pulled a muscle or something, but it really freaked me out and made me realize how grateful I am for my dog. If you ever watch me, not just on YouTube, but if you watch me on Facebook or anything like that, you'll always see my dog in the background, because this dog, he is always within a few feet of me. He is the best dog ever. His name is Jasper. We adopted him from the Humane Society. And fun story, I'm just going to tell you about my dog, since this is kind of just a for fun podcast. But we ended up getting my dog from the Humane Society. I looked online and there's this dog called Jasper, and he was so cute. He was like a 4-month-old puppy. So I told my husband, I was actually driving in town. I was out of town. My friend had a puppy, so I decided I needed a puppy. Or a dog. I didn't really care if it was a tiny puppy or a dog. And so I told my husband, meet me at the Humane Society. We're going to get this dog, Jasper. We go to the Humane Society and Jasper's gone. He's already been adopted. And so I was like, oh, darn it. As we're leaving, this dog comes from, the back area where you can't see him out to the front. And we saw him, we're like, oh my gosh, who is this? It was a dog named Zircon. He was Jasper's brother, and he was the last of that litter that was available. We went in the kennel, we just fell in love with him, brought him home, changed his name to Jasper because I just didn't love the name Zircon. It just didn't roll off the tongue. So anyways, that is how we got my Jasper. And he has just been the best dog ever. Again, he is always with me. If I'm putting my kids to sleep and maybe I'll accidentally fall asleep in their room, he is on the other side of the door, sleeping there for the night until I come out. He's wherever I go, he is with me. He is a loyal, sweet, sweet, kind dog, and I am grateful for Jasper. Next, I am grateful for good healthcare providers. Oh my goodness. I've shared actually in the past year on the podcast, and I was thinking about this. I need to update you on some of the stuff I've shared. So I shared earlier in the year, and maybe you didn't listen to this podcast, but I shared some of the health journey I've been on this past year. And it hasn't actually been the best journey. I've had a lot of experience with healthcare providers where I didn't feel heard. I didn't feel seen. I was very frustrated. And I finally got referred to some healthcare providers who are amazing and listen to me. And I was diagnosed earlier in the year, or was it late last year, with ulcerative colitis. And I've since found out that was a misdiagnosis. So if you heard that before, I actually do not have ulcerative colitis, which is something I'm grateful for. And I will say I didn't have any of the symptoms symptoms other than some inflammation that showed up on my colonoscopy. And, I was like, well, I'm glad I don't have a lot of symptoms, but they told me over time this could get worse and these symptoms, could, come to fruition. And as dietitians, like ulcerative colitis, I know a lot of you even have ulcerative colitis. It's pretty awful. And so I was really stressed out and like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, being diagnosed with this chronic illness. And anyways, I ended up finding some really good healthcare providers who ran some tests on me and listened to me and referred me to other providers and found out I actually don't have ulcerative colitis. So I'm grateful for that, but also I'm grateful for good healthcare providers who listen to their patients, who refer them on to get tests, to refer them on to healthcare providers who maybe have expertise they don't have. So I think it's when you have a bad experience, that's when you really start to love and are grateful for those good ones out there who communicate really well. So next, I am grateful for living in Southern Oregon. It is fall in Southern Oregon, and I feel like we have the most beautiful colors in fall. I've shared some pictures on Instagram and even on Facebook of the trees in Southern Oregon, and it's like a rainbow of colors. The red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the dark red, purple colors, and then you have the blue sky, and it's like full on rainbow, right? So I am grateful for the leaves in Southern Oregon. So number 9, because remember I have 10, I'm now on number 9. I'm also grateful for the success in my business. I will say sometimes it feels surreal that I've been able to have so much success in my side hustle. I didn't share this with you guys. I shared it on social media, but my side hustle has officially hit 6 figures. So I have a 6-figure side hustle. I share in my intro that between my full-time job and my side hustle, I've been able to exceed, 6 figures, $100,000. That was always a goal of mine, and I was able to do that by having my side hustle. But now my side hustle has grown so much that I have a 6-figure side hustle, and I'm so grateful for these opportunities that I've been given within my side hustle, and my blog, how I help other dietitians create blogs, how I have a mastermind. It's just been the most amazing opportunity. So I'm very grateful for my business and how successful it's been over the last it's almost 2 years old officially. I've been doing some of this stuff before then, but I started my LLC 2 years ago, January. So last thing on my list of gratitude for 2021 is you. I am so grateful for you, for each and every one of you who continue to show up and listen to this podcast. I think I may have shared this at some point, but this podcast is just about 2 years old. And actually, by the time this airs, it's probably going to be exactly 2 years old. But I started this podcast as a hobby. Maybe I've shared this before, but I work with dietetic interns. I love dietetic interns, and I do home care. So we would be spending a lot of time in the car, driving house to house, sometimes, city to city. So we'd be in the car for a while. And I found myself sharing the same stories over and over again with interns. The deeper I got into the entrepreneurial world, the more I'm like, you guys need to learn about this stuff. It is so cool. And I would always get so pumped and so excited sharing this information with interns. So then I realized, my goodness, if I speak into a microphone, say the same things, I could reach more people. And, that was one of the thoughts behind it. But also I had listened to a podcast by Pat Flynn with Smart Passive Income, and he talked about the state of podcasts in 2020. Essentially, he said, you need to create a podcast. So I said, okay, Pat Flynn. Within 3 days, my podcast was live on the air. And, it was really that perfect storm of realizing, oh my gosh, I could reach more people by, talking to a microphone. And again, Pat Flynn's telling me to start a podcast. So I did. I started this podcast, and I always thought that this would be a hobby, the brand dietitian side hustle. My side hustle, in my opinion at the time, was going to be entirely based in blogging. That's what I was going to do. Dietitian side hustle was just something I was doing for fun. It was just a hobby. But then it's continued to grow. In the beginning, I was doing podcast episodes twice per month. Now I do them once per week. The number of listeners each month continues to grow. And I love hearing from you guys. Like when you reach out to me and you say, a certain podcast episode resonated with you, or saying like, yeah, I've listened to your podcast every episode. And sometimes I think it's easy to forget, because right now I am sitting in my office alone. My dog's sleeping on the floor, my son's in his room, my daughter's playing at a friend's house, and sometimes I forget that, oh my gosh, there are so many people who are listening to me speak, right? So right now, maybe you're driving in your car, maybe you're at the gym, maybe you're on a run, maybe you are doing some chores, putting away dishes, folding some laundry, whatever you're doing. I am just so grateful that you chose to go into your phone and listen to this podcast and continue to show up and listen to these episodes. Dietitian Side Hustle has become the biggest part of my business. And I mentioned it was a hobby. This wasn't something I ever intended to make money through, but I think when you follow with passion in your heart, oftentimes good things happen. So with my Dietitian Side Hustle brand, I've been so blessed to be able to, create the Blogging Accelerator program and now the Blog Boss Mastermind, and to be able to serve and help dietitians and students has just been such an honor. And even each and every one of you who listen to this podcast, in my opinion, you are all, you're all my clients, right? Like, even though there's no financial transaction, I'm here to serve and help you, and you guys show up and you listen and you give me feedback and you guys share, LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, there was a dietitian. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name off the top of my head, but she shared she just started her LLC because of listening to the podcast. And I'm like, that is so cool. She is like taking moves with her business, and that is the goal, right? The goal of this podcast isn't just for you to listen to information and get inspired, though I hope you are inspired and I hope you learn so much. But the goal is to take action. How can you take what you're like gathering, what you're gleaning, and turn it into action and do the things and change your life and live out your dreams? So I know I'm rambling at this point, but I just want to say I am grateful for you. I don't ever want to forget how grateful I am for each and every one of you who listen to the podcast. And the other thing too, like, you guys can always reach out to me. My email is katiedoddnutrition@gmail.com. I'm at at Dietitian Side Hustle on Instagram. I have a Facebook community, Dietitian Side Hustle. Like, if you guys reach out to me on social media through my email, I love hearing from you guys. And even if it's something like, hey, Katie, I was listening to your podcast on gratitude and you said, shoot me an email, and I did. Like, I love hearing from you guys. So always reach out to me. I am here to help and serve you guys. And again, I'm just so darn grateful for you. So I hope as you are enjoying your own Thanksgiving, or if you're listening to this later on replay, there's always time to be thankful, right? I just hope that you are able to take some time and reflect on what you are grateful for as well. We live in an amazing world, and there is just, even though there's craziness sometimes, there's so much that we have to be grateful for. So I haven't done this in a while. I used to always have action items at the end of the podcast, and I realized I kind of stopped doing that. I think I started interviewing so many people, I don't know. I got a little distracted of the action items. So I have an action item for you guys today. So your action item is, I want you to write down, like, I don't want you to think about it. I want you to write it down. Now, it can be a pen and paper, or you can take out the notes feature on your phone, but I want you to write down 10 things that you are grateful for. Like, right when you get off this podcast, like, just do it. It's gonna be amazing. It's really important to be grateful for things, right? So as you write down things you're grateful for, I just encourage you to dig deep. Don't write down like gratitude, mom, dad, brother, sister, and all of a sudden you're like 10. That was easy. But try to dig deep and think about like the small things that you're grateful for, the silly things, like how I'm grateful for a subscription box and a hot tub and being able to travel and my dog, and like really dig deep on what are those things like you're truly grateful for. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Go ahead and turn off this podcast, grab a pen, grab your phone, and write down 10 things you're grateful for. And feel free to reach out and let me know one thing that you're grateful for. So thanks so much for listening, and we'll chat next time. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast, guys. Be sure to head on over to the Dietitian Side Hustle website at dietitiansidehustle.com and check out our coaching page to learn about all the ways that we can work together. Have an amazing day, and I'm so proud of you for taking the initiative to listen to this podcast. Now go out there and get it done. Bye, guys.